At last, the day is here. After 6 weeks of postponement, today, Nigeria will go to the poll to elect a president that will govern the affairs of the country for the next 4 years. Expectations are high as Nigerians from all walks of life and across the country goes to the poll today to elect the #1 citizen of the country. Before today's election, the two main contenders in the presidential race, People's Democratic Party candidate President Goodluck Jonathan and General Muhammadu Buhari of All Progressive Congress, have crisscrossed every part of the country in an electioneering campaign to canvass for support of the electorate. About 60 million Nigerians are expected to exercise their voting right in today's presidential and National Assembly elections. For the first time in Nigeria, the Independent National Electoral Commission has introduced the use of voters' card readers. The voters' card reader is expected to checkmate electoral fraud and any form of malpractices at the various polling units. Cross-section of Nigerians share their view on today's election with Ben Television.
INEC has assured us that the card reader will be an equipment that will help the credibility of these elections, and Nigerians are very excited about it because in fairness, Nigerians have never really been given a fair chance to choose their own leader. But what we are asking Nigerians to do is to conduct themselves in such a way that there is peace. We do not want violence. Nigerians are very peaceful, peace-loving people, and all we just ask is that everyone conduct themselves in their best behavior. We also appeal to the security agents who will be deployed there to come in there just to protect Nigerians and not to interfere with the electoral processes.
The question is that Nigerians should go out and do the needful. The needful being that change is inevitable. Change in this country, in my view, is long overdue because the essence of governance and democracy is that people can choose a leader who is capable of providing strong leadership that Nigerians rightly deserve, providing direction and solving the problems of the people of this country.
I expect the electorate, the voters, to vote, to decide first, before you go to the polls, you must have asked yourself certain questions. Principal among them is who will actually lead this country well in the best interest of you and your country. And one of the criteria you're going to look is at the track record of these contestants. Who among them has exhibited a sterling performance when it comes to 3 critical areas? That's corruption, that's insecurity, and that's the economy.
The electorate. Well, I must tell you, maybe I'm alone in this. I do not believe that the Nigerian electorate had always voted wrong. The Nigerian electorate has always voted according to their conscience. But the Nigerian political elite have always done everything they could in the past to manipulate the electoral will of the people. And most times, this is what creates problem. When you talk about post-election violence, it is mostly caused by suspicion that maybe results have been altered or the system have been manipulated against the expressed will of the people.
Today's contest is between the ruling party presidential candidate, President Goodluck Jonathan of PDP, and his main rival, All Progressive Congress candidate, General Muhammadu Buhari. Nigerians will determine who rule the country for the next 4 years by the ballot. In Abuja, Muyiwa Bamidele reporting. the media practitioner covering the ongoing presidential election in Nigeria have been told to uphold the ethics of the profession. Chairman of the FCT Council of Nigerian Union of Journalists, Comrade Chuks Eyurem, gave the charge in a chat with Ben TV in Abuja.
The media has an adult task to perform on Saturday as Nigerians go to polls. That task has to do with giving comprehensive coverage of the election, just like they have done of the electioneering period, and giving accurate, I repeat, accurate and balanced report of events where they notice any infractions. It behoves on them to expose such infractions and not cover them up. They should not go and cook up stories in order to malign one person or the other.
NUJ chairman also asked journalists to be cautioned and were guided in their reportage in order to promote the tenet of democracy.
They should be accurate in their reportage and balanced. I think that is what the world is. It's just not Nigerians alone, but the entire world. If you look at what has been happening in the last few weeks, the entire world has focused on Nigeria. The international community looks up to Nigeria to play the role assigned to her, to play that leadership role in Africa.
In Abuja, Muyiwa Bamidele reporting. As Nigerians troop out today to vote in the presidential and National Assembly election, APC presidential candidate General Muhammadu Buhari has asked his supporters to maintain peace.
I urge all my supporters to also conduct themselves peacefully and resist any act of deliberate provocations to derail the fast-moving train for change.
He also explained that challenges facing the country require a leader with courage to be the president.
The basic changes facing Nigerians today are the economy, insecurity, unemployment, and corruption. These challenges demand competence, courage, and political will to handle. Nigeria is adrift under the current PDP administration.
In Abuja, Muyiwa Bamidele reporting.
As part of his mandate and responsibilities to regulate the activities of the Nigerian police force during the outgoing presidential and National Assembly elections, the Police Service Commission is currently in the 36 states of the Federation, including the Federal Capital Territory, to monitor the conduct of police officers during and after the general elections. Chairman of the Police Service Commission, Sir Mike Okiro, stated this in Abuja while briefing newsmen on the roles of the Commission to ensure that police officers on election duty conduct themselves in line with laid-down rules and regulations guiding the electoral processes in Nigeria.
I be leading 425 monitors from the Commission to the field to monitor the conduct of the policemen during these coming elections in the 32 states of the Federation plus FCT Abuja. It is the decision of the Commission to hold the police accountable for its actions or inactions during the elections. An officer's action, if viewed as excessive or unfair, could lead to serious election-related crisis. There is no doubt that the police have a pivotal role to play in ensuring security during elections. If they play the role effectively, the integrity of the electoral process will be protected.
Ohiro stated that the Commission will hold any police officer responsible for whatever happens within their areas of jurisdiction.
The success or failure of any election depends on stakeholders performing their duties. It is therefore important that police officers display the highest level of integrity, neutrality, professionalism, and sense of duty. The protection of human life voters, electoral materials, and officials, and the preservation of law and order and orderly electoral processes are necessary for credible, free, and fair elections.
He therefore advised Nigerians to sue for peace and allow the outcome of the election as will be announced by the Independent National Electoral Commission, as that is the only way to develop our democratic processes. From Abuja, I am Festus Ejiroge Nefifen for Ben Television. As the 2015 general election is being conducted, the Nigerian Society of Engineers (NSC) has advocated for a total e-voting system to be adopted in subsequent elections for effective and credible electioneering process, and also to reduce the tension currently associated with the manual system of voting in Nigeria. The position of the NSC was made known in Abuja by the NSC President, Engineer Isaac Olorunfemi, while briefing newsmen on the expectations of the NSC from the next administration and other infrastructural issues that needs to be addressed in the built and unbuilt environment in Nigeria. Engineer Olorunfemi stated that transparency in the conduct of elections is essential to the extent that it gives room for self-assessment as a nation in terms of democratic development.
The use of e-voting will bring about transparency and reduce considerably post-election petitions and conflicts. The time for us to discard the old-fashioned voting system characterized by multiple voting and encouraged by desperate political seekers is now. With the e-voting system, results are available real-time via the internet. Observers and voters can also view the election results real-time from their homes, offices, or anywhere in the world using the web-enabled devices such as PCs, laptops, phones, or iPads by simply logging on to the designated website. Another benefit of this e-voting system is the speed in which results can be obtained because results are accurately tabulated. It reduces the risk of movement and mechanical error and movement restriction. The entire system, developed indigenously, will eliminate multiple registrations and uphold the one voter, one vote mantra of this administration.
Engineer Olorunfemi also used the medium to call on the next political dispensation to make engineering one of the catalysts of development, as other developed climes have done this with proven successes, as no nation is industrialized through trading or commerce or buying and selling of goods produced elsewhere.
As a regional body and major stakeholder in the national development process in Nigeria, we have resolved to practice look and escalate agenda for the incoming government, both at the federal and the state level. There is no doubt in the fact that every nation that has become great in the last few centuries, without exception, has had to seriously encourage the practice of engineering. This is because the advances at the beginning of engineering over the centuries has led to the physical and economic development of such nations.
He therefore advised political parties and their aspirants to accept the election outcome in good faith. From Abuja, I am Festus Ejiroge Nefifen for Ben Television.
As Nigerian election is ongoing, Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps has deployed about 60,000 men across the nation as part of effort to address security challenges in the elections. During the week, the Corps also commissioned 50 surveillance vehicles that can monitor security flashpoints in the country. Minister of Interior Abba Moro, while commissioning the operational vehicles, said the vehicles are products of government intervention to checkmate the current spate of vandalism and oil theft.
It is therefore an imperative need that this election, that is the last in the series of elections, to enthrone a new government, to ensure that the transformation of this country through the transformation agenda continues is very critical in the democratic life of Nigeria. I want to urge you here that as you step out there, you must ensure absolute impartiality. You must demonstrate necessary neutrality. And that as you gather intelligence, I want to also let you know that I also gather my own intelligence.
Commandant General of the Corps, Ade Abodunri, said the vehicles will strengthen the capacity of the Corps in its war against vandalization and provide security coverage during the elections.
But the fact of the case is that vandalism has often been politicized in the period of political campaign. Kudos should be given to the Corps as a lead agency of government that is responsible for critical and infrastructure and national set of government. And we have played our part when we are still doing it and we will not stop doing it. We can only thank other agencies that are supporting us and that are also assisting in terms of partnership, collaboration and synergy. EFCC, SSS, ICPC, the Navy, the Nigerian Army, the JTF, the STF, and all other ad hoc agencies that created just for the purpose of intervention. We should also thank the Nigerian Police Force, and we know that in due course, now that every agency now realizes the fact that unlike before when they did not know that civil defense is statutorily mandated and carved as a lead agency of government in terms of protection of critical infrastructure and national assets. I think there's no point looking at it that it's a young organization, young but vibrant and articulate.
NSCDC boss, however, revealed that his agency has concluded plans to install its operational vehicles with high technology internet protocols, speed camera, and ground-to-air communication. LM Chugwameka report for Ben Television, Abuja.